Hello everyone and welcome to this new live stream today. It haven't been a long time since we streamed on last Sunday, so I'm becoming more active, I guess. Hi Mia and hi Elena and hi Berry. Happy Tuesday. Thank you. I hope you are well. And hi Simerica. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, can't wait to see your new IDs. Hi, Yvonne. I don't know how to pronounce that in French. Welcome. Thank you for your third month subscribe. Wow, it's been 3 months already. So happy to have met you. Hope you have a good week. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. Week started pretty well because as I explained on Sunday, I had this kind of, it's like an unofficial competition yesterday, and I was feeling very stressed because there was a huge part of the competition being using my knees, and my knees are not well at the moment, especially the right one. But the other half of the workout was using gym movement, and because I don't have any legs, I'm really strong on my arms, and I kicked it. I kicked ass, so I'm super proud. I'm also I got revenge on my bottom body thanks to the upper body, so I'm glad I could have my revenge on myself. Thank you. Because I'm stuck with my performance in everything about weightlifting because of my knees. I can't squat more than my body weight, and that's really frustrating because I would love to be better, but I'm just stuck by my body, which is really, really annoying, especially since I love working out. And the only part I can actually improve is the gym movement, so I'm super happy. And it's a super difficult movement, which is called muscle up. It's like a pull-up, but you have to go all above the bar. It requires a lot of strength, and I could do it. I could do it actually 7 times, which is really great. So I'm really happy. I completely tear my hands. You can see that I don't have any skins left, but it's like small painful victory. So my mood's better thanks to it. Hey everyone, hi, see my momo's here. I just have to get something to drink. Yeah. Let's get everyone something to drink. I haven't had the time to add the posture reward, so that's something I'm going to do for next week. Because we really want to make our posture better on stream. It's super impressive, really many things. So I updated my game. So I haven't launched the game yet to see if anything was broken. So this is not my save. Exit to menu, yes. So from what I've read, there shouldn't be any problem. I hope so. So usually I'm super lazy when it comes to the new update to see if items are broken. I usually wait 1 or 2 days because everyone tests crazy. I'm playing offline because I'm always scared when there's a new update. Well, because I'm a creator, I kind of feel the responsibility of updating my stuff if it's broken. So I need to know if it's broken. But I'm also very scared that Sims 4 Studio would break, and then I wouldn't be able to create new stuff until Sims 4 Studio update. But usually they're pretty fast when this happens, like when he did for the last update, I think it was 2 weeks ago. CI's creation was broken and they fixed it in like 24 hours or 48 hours, which is all right. Like, I guess I can stop for 2 days. So yeah. So I'm always very brave and I updating. I decided that I should update to see if like stuff are broken. But usually if something's big is broken, you hear about it like on media, social media. So I usually just wait. Sometimes I see stuff broken like 6 months later, like, oh, why this doesn't work anymore. It's like, oh, it's been broken by this like 6 months ago and no one told me anything. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. So I guess someone had a picnic in there. Right. So I have a few things to show you. There's 2 new sets that I posted today on TSR because they released a mid-century collection and they invited future artists to participate. So it was like no early access, and I'm fine with that. Actually, when I started being a featured artist for TSR, I asked them not to put my stuff in early access because I have patrons, so I don't think it's right. But now they just put them anyway, so, and usually it's too late when I actually see that it's early access, but that's fine because it's also early access are like more paid for us, so I guess if people are understandable, then that's fine. So I have these 2 new sets that I created. Basically, they showed us, they gave us like a mood board, and we were supposed to like take inspiration from it. So this was my picture reference, and this is my set. You can see that I've made a lot of research. I really went really far in the interpretation of it. It's like yeah, very innovative. I basically just recreate everything I saw. The most difficult was the chair because it's cut in the picture, so I have to guess how it was. But then I made like a reverse Google search, and I could find the original uncut pictures where it was taken from. So it doesn't want me to open this. Nope. Why? Oh, it's here. Sorry. And so I found this image, and here you can see the back. So I was like, yay! So I could do it. And the second one was bathroom. And so here the reference pictures. Just added in both in game, need to see how it looks like. And this is my set, so basically kind of the same. So I had trouble having like the platform fits exactly, but and I hesitated to doing some niche stuff like that, but because they don't work that well, the niche in game, because you have to make a wall behind, or they kind of buggy with the lighting in game because the lighting is crap. Sorry. I thought I would just use the one from my Plateums set. Hi ZWH Sims. I love niches too, but the way the build works in game makes them really hard to use, because not only you have to have like a room behind, because if you just have like outside, everything you will put on the niche will become blue. But also the walls are so thin that you have to hide it on the back, or you have to put something on the back, or you have to create like a hole in it. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes, let me show you. sometimes I do this and I create like a fake wall like this, and then there is like another room in here. And then I just use this to put my niche. For example, I will use that one, and you can see that if I want it here, then not the other side, thank you, then on the other side there will be this, because if not I won't have enough like depth. So if I do this, then it means that I will have like to hide it with something like behind. And if I do put it like on the wall that is in the exterior, then you will have some lighting issue, especially if you're using some clutter, for example. Clutter decoration. I was using one from another creator, but the light inside just hides the object and everything back sadly. That's even weirder. So you can see that if you add some clutter, let's find something kind of neutral, like this one. First you need BB move object ons, because even if you allow any intersection, it just cannot. And you can see it's blue, and that's because the game consider the item being on the outside and not on the inside. That's why it's got the lighting from outside. So if you have like a wall, a room behind, then you don't have this. This is only when you like have this outside. And you can see that I tried to hide, but it actually went through, so you kind of have to cheat on it. So that's my tip. Please make bed for kids, maybe a fire truck or tractor. I've made many stuff for kids lately, and they are not my favorite to make. So I think I need to make a bit of more fun stuff. But I will someday, at some point. Like I know kids stuff are super popular, but I'm a bit far away with kids at the moment. Although I'm planning to make something, but we are going to talk about it later. Let me add some ravishing lighting, which is awesome. Damn it. Ravishing lighting, which is so it's like the easy peasy lemon squeezy. It makes like super easy lighting, perfect lighting, which is awesome. Hi, how are you? Hi Felicity, welcome. So I have the Brigitte set, I have the Rosalie set that you saw on TSR, and I think I showcased them also on the build on Sunday. I'm going to show them very quickly, and they are very small anyway. It's not in my habit to make such small stuff, but when I was working on them, I was at the same time working on my wedding stuff, and I was much more inspired by my wedding set. So I kind of like, okay, this is my participant. I believe you are recording in game. Oops, this is not good because this is taking space. Am I? Yes, you're right. Thank you so much for noticing this, because it creates file that can become quite big. So thank you. Let's put some flooring just to have something a bit more neutral. So the sofa has a lot of color option. I cheated because we are allowed at TSA to have only 12, and I made 13. And so I'm hoping no one will notice, but I couldn't choose which color to remove. So not say I'm saying that, but I know TSA people are watching my stream, so maybe tomorrow I will have like a message like, "What did you do?" Okay, I 13 is fine. I hope. If not, I'm sorry. And if not, you can choose which one you remove, because I can't. So you have a lot of color option, although those ones are only wooden. Hey Sib, hope you're doing well. Wanted to ask if it was okay for you if I use your tutorial during live stream, as I will try to learn Blender. Of course it is. Of course. Go ahead. I'm obsessed with your spirits at the moment. Perfect in city living. Thank you. Yeah, I agree. We don't have much choices, and for apartment where the space is so small, and also because it kind of takes a lot of time for the animation of people like going up, going down, especially for toddlers. So that's definitely something. There's a new collaboration running right now at TSR. I can't talk about it. I'm not even allowed to say there's collaboration, but I guess, oops. And I can't tell what it's about. I can't say when it be out. But what I say is that I will be making more stairs for them. That's it. I can't say more. Right. So what about this set? So we have a tray, and we have books, and we have cushions, and we have blanket. No, blanket is for the chair. There. And we have art. And I think that's it for this set. So same, there's plenty of color, so you can play with it. Super secret spicy work. Yeah. I know some people from TSR are watching my stream, or sometimes like the how do you say like when you can rewatch later. And one day I showed something that was not supposed to, because it was I think it was like a collaboration. And we were supposed to talk about it until a certain date, and it was like a week before. So I thought it was fine, and it was not. And they came to me like, "Can you remove your video from YouTube just for a week?" I was like, "Oh, okay, sorry." So hopefully I'm not saying too much. I think the thing I said is like not spoiling anything. So I think I'll be fine. It's like Mission Impossible. Nothing that said this truth. Yes, please. No, it's here. Please watch the beep. Do I have a beep? Yes. Please watch the beep, and everything I've said from now, you won't remember. Beep. Oh, thank you, Cyber, for your subscribe. It's very nice. Even though you don't remember where you just subscribed for, so obviously you'll probably get an email like, okay, thank you. But who's Syboulette? Hi Gemma Mooney, thank you for the follow and welcome in. Right, so this is the Brigitte. Brigitte is the name of one of my best friends. Glad you're doing this. I'm really trying to learn how to make custom content. Hi Maiken. Yeah, it's a bit overwhelming when you start, but it's really accessible to anyone, as long as you have the patience for it. Then the Rosalie set. So Rosalie is like way more simple. It's like really basic. I also reckon that sometimes I'm building and I really want something very basic, like not over the top design or anything. I just want like, so this is nice for that. So it has a sink. What changes is like the color of the plumbary, and I also make a black version. And same, you have a very square, simple toilet. Although it does have nice curves, because I actually like the one from base game, but I do think it's way too like squarey. Gotta go, have a stream coming. Oh, nice. Well, have a good stream. Going to prepare. Much love, everyone, and good luck for your stream. See you later. So which one is it? So kind of copied it, just made, yeah, that's the one. This one I really like. I often used before creating CC in my houses, but I just found that it was too squarey, like not enough high quality. So I just remade it kind of, and without like fancy technology. And then you have the shower, basic shower. So you probably need to like change the tiling because it's supposed to be I don't know how to say in English. In French we say Italian shower, and those are the shower that are like wide open. They don't have any walls, or this one just have one, but basically they are in the open of the bathroom. So you probably need to put some tiles on the floor, obviously, like this one maybe. And so there's bath, also very simple, with the same so it can be either you put it on the wall and it feels like it's like integrated in the wall, or you can like having it in standalone like this. So the bath, and you have a wood bath mat, maybe wooden bath mat. I think it is. And hi cherries, welcome in and thank you for the follow. Yeah, Matt. That's it. And some towels. So here the colors changes basically either the bar or the towel. So that's very simple, very neutral. And it's out in the mirror. So same mirror is also very simple. So it's available for free at TSR without any alias. So that's the nice surprise for the day. Then on the 18th, so I think it's Friday. On Friday, you will get a new one, which is in 2 parts. Where so I'm preparing. So I recommend for this to use just renovate a bathroom with this set. Love the shower texture, by the way. Thank you. Yeah, I also like the wooden how do you know, tile? See, maybe tile, like kind of parquet. I don't know the word. Every time I do streams, I realize how much vocabulary I'm missing. I'm sorry. So for my new set, I recommend that you download this simple wallpaper from Paradise from TSR, because there has a lot of colors and you will need pastel colors for my new sets to pop out, I think. So the new set is based on origami. So basically I found some really nice furniture while I was searching for something completely different, and I thought it was so fun to use that I created like a so that will be in 2 parts on TSR. So it's basically furnitures that uses metal sheets and with very pastel colors. So you will have 12 swatches. So you have a sofa with like 3 seats, and you have love seat with 2 and 1. So you can also like make some very fancy like waiting room if you want, you know, it can be seamless. Then I have this table. So this table is fun. It's like on the diagonal, because then you can like put it against the wall and it creates a really nice illusion, and you can then put like some chairs on it and Sims will eat here. So basically you can also put chairs here, but I do not recommend because I moved like eating place here, so it will be super weird. So it's basically supposed to be a two people dining table. Then I have this one, which is bigger, maybe blue. And I have this, which is a living chair. So it's not a dining chair. It's something that you can use as a standalone. And then I made a bunch of. No, I forgot also the coffee table. So you have also the coffee table. And then I made a bunch of different stuff that you can put on the wall. So you have, this is a simple decoration, but this is a shelf. I made another shelf like this. And there's a mirror as well. It's giving cute pepper coffee vibes. Yes, exactly. You can make a lot of stuff because right now the trend on Pinterest is like pastel colors. So it can go. So this is obviously very graphic and creative. So you can create maybe a shop, a retail shop with this kind of color. But you can also go for something more like casual and regular and modern. But you can add some really pop colors, like for a teenager room or something like that. Like if you want to go like all pink or only blue and green, for example. Like in my previous pictures, for example, I made some fun room. So this one is like only pink and orange, and I can't change. This one is like all the colors together, and this one is like blue and green, which is also nice. And the last one is also all black and white if you want something really edgy. So that could go with like a very modern interior, or even like the waiting room of a doctor practice, something like that. It could be really fun. This set is very versatile. Yeah, I think so. I think it can go in a lot of style, and you can use maybe one or two items, or you can go like all the way and use all of them. It has many colors, so it was fun to do. It was hard to select which one I wanted to do, because once, you know, when you're using Pinterest and there's a picture you like and you click on it, and then everything like on the bottom is like related image from what you click, and then it become like a never-ending hole of ideas, because oh, you like that one, how about this one, and then oh, this one too, and this one too, and then you click on it, and then there is a lot of more, and then you click on it, and then there is a lot of more. So I was like saving, and I couldn't do all of it, but and also choose to stay on the folder theme. That's why I called it origami. But I had a lot of references of items that I really liked that I couldn't make, because, you know, so sometimes I need to stop. I need to say this is enough. I almost do everything. This was the item that was not made. I couldn't do the flower. I think I was sick of flowers after the wedding set as well. This was too far from it. This one was fun. This one I almost made, but I already had a side table. I already had a coffee table. I had already like 2 tables, so I thought it was enough. Anyway, that's what's coming. So that's will be published on Friday. It's probably be in early access because Pee-wee. But for my patrons, I'm gonna put some link, so you know where to get it. Right. That's it. Now it's time to choose what I'm going to do next. So I talked about it with Max Mix Match CC Word a few minutes before, an hour before. And the truth is, I'm hesitating at the moment. I have several ideas, and there's one idea that I've been wanting to do for a long time that will go perfectly with my new food modes. But my problem is, if I start this, it's gonna be big, and I don't want to do big. I think the wedding one was big, and I wish I could do something small before making something big again. So basically, it's a French bakery. So I want to do like a very how do you say artisanal? I'm gonna get my dictionary. Reference. Handmade. It's kind of obvious when you're talking about handmade. This bakery, handmade, handcrafted. It's weird sometimes when you translate a word from another and it doesn't really mean the same. Like, it's translated, and sometimes it does have more meaning in one language and not in the other one. Hi Fluff, welcome. So where are my pictures? Give me back my pictures. So basically, so Maxis Match CC Word suggested that maybe I can like cut it in several and different parts. So I could do like a front one, then I could do a food one, I could do one for the furnitures, like with all the counters and shelvings and you know, the thing that keep the freshness from dying out. So if I do this, it will have a lot of construction parts, like the doors and windows and the store signs and the fabric, how do you say, like the awning. It would be more healthy for you to get them into yeah, I think so, because I need to make some posts. Lately I've been working too much, and I also have this organization, like I'm the head of coordination of a LAP event organization. So LAP means live action role-playing game, and they are a huge game organized in the countryside. It's 300 players on 5 days. It's huge logistic, and it has also a lot of writing, because we write all the characters and stories and backgrounds and like the intrigues and everything that will happen during the game. If you had to use my mom voice. So this event was postponed because of the pandemic twice, but now it looks like it will happen this year. So I really need to start again working on it. So I need to make some time for it. At least my weekend. I feel like I have to at least give back my weekends, because right now I'm working all days. It's not working. Like I'm creating all day. I don't feel like it's work, but I'm creating too much. And don't use your mom voice. Although it feels nice to have my mom in the chat. So this is my first idea. If I do that, it will probably be in different parts, like the boho wedding. Because it will be huge, because it seems that I can't do small sets anyway. Write a Miss Pixie for me in your lap. Yes, okay. Well, first you have to come in France, and then I can write you anything you want. My second idea also comes with the fact that I might want to start one stream session per week with Let's Play and Let's Build. So just once a week, because streams are a bit overwhelming for me, as me not being a social person and talking a lot is like a lot. But I really had fun last week with the Let's Build. And so I'm thinking maybe once a week where I'm playing, building and sharing with you could be really nice. And yay! I need to add some more animation because we like confettiing everything, which is nice, but you know, it's like I'm doing this, yay confetti, I'm doing this, yay confetti. And it also this idea also came because there's this new scenario stuff, and I never tried the scenario since they introduced them in the game. And if I do that, I would probably start in a rags and riches gameplay. And I thought I don't have any items that are like dirty and old and broken and stuff like that. So my second idea was to make we love confetti, it's happy, yeah, confetti is nice. So my other idea is to make like some stuff for rags and riches. So it would be like a very bad quality bed with like a old style with holes mattress, and maybe a tent that's pictured that I think it's from maybe from Second Life. So that's too pretty for what I want to do, but it's the shape that I like, but that's too pretty. That's way more too designed for what I want to do. And you know, I want like broken tables with books and drawer where it missed some drawer, a dresser where there's like some drawer missing. So basically broken furnitures that are really cheap, a water pump in the ground instead of the sink. Maybe stuff like that, like really crappy stuff, but still realistic. Like I was imagining like I really like what Ravashin made, and I think they are like really amazing, especially with the tweak she did on the tuning, making them like off the grid or mixing functionality and everything. But it's a bit too hardcore. Like, let me show you her set, which is pretty amazing. So I think she released that a month ago. So basically she has like some toilet in the pot, like in a bucket, and a fridge without doors. That's nice. I think that's very realistic. And no, this is not. And there's like this that where you can like stay in front and have a grill. So it's like a bonfire and a grill. This one is super cute. And this one is the shower. It's like a bucket with some woods. So this is a bit extreme. This is a bit nicer, but still it's more like homeless stuff. I want to do something in between. I want to do the crappy student apartment when this is your first home. You just move from your mother and you don't have any money, and you just go in second-hand shop and or you just like maybe take some furniture in the streets and they're broken and you try to like fix them, but they're not really fixed. So I want dirty plumbery, crappy bed with a hole in the mattress, and maybe some very vintage and ugly design of the blankets, you know, kind of like your grandma could have given you. And also mixed match furnitures, like they would be like the swatches would be not assorted on purpose. So that's my second idea. which expansion pack is my favorite? I don't have any. I think I really like Season. I think Season adds a lot of dimension and depth to the game. And Dine Out. I know we talked about it last time, and because some people say it was buggy, but for me, I really like making a restaurant. I have this quite a few times. How do I get The Sims on Android? I have no idea. I don't work for The Sims. Sorry. I'm not sure you can on the Android. I don't know. Sorry. Anyway, so since I can't choose, I'm going to put up a vote because it's so easier when people choose for you. So we have on one hand the bakery that will be released very not small, but like different part one time together. Oh, and also if I do the what I will be calling the cheap set, I probably do a lot of like takeout food, like something that you bought outside because you have a crappy kitchen or stuff like that. The cat is back. So yeah, both will include food because this is my new hobby, making food. And there's a lot of food that I haven't tried making, and I'm understanding a bit better. And some people sent me a lot of furniture. And by the way, I want to apologize when I said on my stream that there were no tutorial about them, and I couldn't understand why people were not sharing their secret about making food, because it's actually not true. There's actually a lot, not a lot, but at least 3 tutorials that I couldn't find when I was looking for them. I think it was last year. So either they were not published, either I was really bad at searching, could be both. But yeah, I do apologize because I was sent some really good tutorials, and one of them is exactly what I'm doing. So basically, if I had that before, it would have spared me a lot of hair pulling and migraine. So sorry, and if you're interested about them, I can reshare them on my Discord. I probably add actually a new channel with like resources sharing, where we can put like all the tutorials that are not especially from me, but where there are lots of information interesting for CC creation. Because I was asked a lot about how I create food, and actually people explain it better than I would ever do, because tuning is definitely not my forte. So I'm not comfortable enough yet to explain it. I barely getting my hand on it, so I would need to practice it a lot more before being able to explain. And basically, I can't really explain. I just know that you need to change this and change that, but I basically have no idea what I'm doing. It's like I just know like line 24 you have to replace by this, but I don't understand what I'm doing, which is why Ravashing is amazing, because when she made me my modes, she explained it to me, like some stuff I could change, and I was like, yeah, I won't change that. I will probably won't touch it. It's like I can't change it. Like, even if I would, it's like, okay, this is a place where this is supposed to change, but what am I supposed to write differently? So I'm not there yet, but little by little. Hi Oscar, welcome. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I'm learning. But I'm learning and I'm not comfortable with it, so I need to take it slow, very slow, because it's scary. And when I released the food mod for the first time, and people were getting last exception, which is not that serious, but because first it was only a few people, so I don't know why those people especially and not me and other, and it's just like it's not like your game like don't run or you get like serious, but it's just like I noticed that something's wrong, so that was still fine. But I was horrified that my mode was like getting those. So thanks to Ravashing again. she fixed it and now it works properly. Right, so I'm going to set up the pour. And you are going to choose. So I'm repeating. So what is going to be my next set? So we have French bakery, in different sets. Well, but they will probably both be in different sets. There's so many things I can do for both. Or we have Rags to Riches cheap sets. No, I'm missing one letter. Am I writing it right? Rags to Riches. Yes. And it lasts 5 minutes. Go. So I'm repeating for those who just arrived. Let me get back this. So for those who just arrived, I'm hesitating between doing French bakery like this, so something very artisanal. No, we say artisanal, it's not a word. Handmade, crafty, and that will be in different parts because I can't make like too much item, or I get bored, and also I need some more time. So there will be probably like an entrance with like the wooden windows and signs and awning and everything, and then there will be another set with like the furniture from the inside, and then maybe a third set with like decoration, clutter, and food. Or I'm thinking about doing like a rack to riches cheap seats. So it wouldn't be like a homeless stuff, but more like you are a student and you just get your first apartment, and you basically took your furniture in a second-hand shop, or you found them in the streets. So it's like either a very old stuff, not assorted, crappy bed with like horrifying pattern mattress with holes and dirty plumbing, and like a table with one leg are books, and they would be cheap one. And the second one is, especially since I want to start doing Let's Play with you, and if we do that, I will probably start as a Rag and Riches, or maybe like the official one, but definitely start with like a student, no money, going to university, having a crappy bedroom, because I don't like the dormitory. There's too much people, too much life. I like having like my own crappy apartment, maybe a roommate. So that will be fun if you choose the Rack to Riches, because then we could like use it directly during my stream. So I'm thinking doing like the first episode on Sunday, and that's fine if I'm not finished, because we probably also spend some time making the character in CAS anyway. I also need to find some cheap clothes, actually. So there you go, you can choose. For now, the French bakery is winning, but they are very close to Rags to Riches. I also don't have the outdoor retreat, so if we do Rags to Riches, I'll probably buy it and do a tent, maybe to start with, but I don't know. You choose, people. The power is in your hands. It would be a sweet revenge for the bakery because there was a point last year when I was like making my patron vote every month for what I which set was going to be next, and I put the French bakery like 3 times in a row and it was never chosen. But the chipset is easier for me to do. Probably I'm like trying to orientate your vote. If you choose the rack to riches, you probably get a set like sooner. Rack to riches is so much fun to play, and also it lets you get wide recreation. I do agree. Actually, I'm a bit disappointed. You know, there's sometimes when you don't know what to choose, and sometimes you just need to like toss a coin, and depending on the result then you know what you wanted, because you either happy or disappointed. So if you're disappointed, it means that it's what you wanted. And now the French bakery is winning. It's like, oh damn it, I wanted to do the Rags to Riches because I thought it was like a really really fun idea. Please vote for Rags to Riches, people. We have like 10 seconds left. No, change your vote. Change. No. That's my fault. I gave you the choice. Now I have to live with it. All right. So that will be the French bakery. So I'm going to keep this for later. I'm going to call it because I'm going to take it back later. Maybe I do both. Sorry, not sorry. You are so cruel, everyone. Right, so what's next? So now you know what you could do? A Google generator. Wait, what do you mean Google generator? What is it? I should have voted actually. I had a voice. I could have used one voice. It would have changed the result anyway. And then toss the dice. Well, I thought I let the people choose, you know? It's why I put some poll on my stream, because it's not as if I let other people choose whatever I'm doing. It's like I'm choosing 3 or 2 things I like, and then I'm asking people to choose between things I like. Like I would have I'd rather do the Rags to Riches, but I also love the bakery, so that's fine. That's just fine. So usually my step now, when I decide to make a new set, I start a research on Pinterest on any item I found really fun, pretty, or stuff that I really want to do. And then I'm writing a list of things I could do. So we are going to start this, especially for the entrance, and then we're going to decide what we're going to do today. Basically, it's probably be a window or a door, which is not ideal because they are quite difficult to make, and I don't want to get to bed too late because I have another training tomorrow. So we probably going to find something easy. Maybe we actually could go only for the sign, because then I could show you how to use the brush maybe on Substance Painter. I don't know. Let's see. Let's make a list first. So I will probably go for something like this, because the nice thing with this is, like, depending on the texture, I could add both something kind of used but also kind of new. Like this one is like old style, but new. Like you can see like the paint is fresh. So definitely we could go for something that could be a bit, how can I say that? Like, I think you used the word maxi was earlier. I forgot. Like when it's like used, old. When the paint is a bit scrapped. And use both. So I think I'm going to use this framing in here. So if I want to make something that will look a bit seamless, I would do a door. One request: if you do a new style, can we get a pink swatch? Yes, I can. A pink swatch, because then you can make like a bubble bakery, or maybe you can mix and match and make some white and pink and make like a cake or macaron or stuff like that. I won't go for something too modern because I already have the macaron set, which is very close to a modern pastel bakery. So like if I show you, when I did the macaron set, so it was mainly the inside, but you can see that this is already something that I have done, and it's like very modern bakery. So it does have like a sign from outside. It doesn't have like the door but it only it already has some stuff for a bakery. So for example, I will probably not do another coffee stuff, but I will probably do a new cash register in an old style, new counters and stuff, and maybe something like this to have the appliance slot to be able to use this. But definitely not too modern. I really want to keep that French. This is what our bakery look like. It's definitely not the same bakery that Americans have. This is very European, especially very, very French, and this is the thing I like. So I want to make a door, and also have one like this one. The door is open. I always thought when I'm doing some retail shop that it's always very welcoming when the door are like left open and made from an arch. So I think I will have a door in open or closed. And because it's a shop and we will need some space to make the top, I will probably only make one size. I'm not sure I'm going to go all the height, because there's no point of like making it too modular. What I could do is like make some decoration stuff like that. So if you have a tall wall and you still want to go full wall, you could probably use some stuff like that on top of it. So this will be only on short size. Same with the window. I could go with like one tile, especially if you want to do something like that we saw on the other pictures. With the door open, yeah, like that. For example, if you want like the door to be a bit displaced compared to the door and create this like window area. So I need a window with one tile, two tile, and maybe more. So I could either do like 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles, or I could do something tileable. And then I could do like the beginning, the end, and the middle, like I did in my sauna set. Maybe that could be, or not, because I wouldn't be able to do this. Okay, so 1 tile, 2 tile, 3 tile, and 4 tile, which is a lot of work, because usually if it's like plain texture, like on this one for example, I can just stretch the mesh without taking in consideration the texture. So basically it's like the same item, the same texture, I'm just stretching the mesh. But if I have some used texture like this one with the wood apparent and some like chipped paint, then I wouldn't be able to do that, because the paint will look stretched and it wouldn't look good. So if I do 4 size, it means I will have to adapt and remake the texture for all of them. So that's a bit more work, I see. Then I need to do some wall decor with like just this. So I probably need some 1 tile for this. So this one is nice. I want to add some like old style illustration for this. And this one is also nice, you can see. So definitely something like that. So 1 tile, what can I say, like plain painted wall. Another request may be, could you please make some vintage blackboards with bread and Danish pastries and a stand like the one on the photo. So I'm doing a French bakery, so there won't be some Danish name of pastries. I probably do French bakeries, but a blackboard is definitely something I will do, although it won't be on my first set, because I'm going to split this set in several parts, and I'm going to start with the front store. But as always, I'm always including some Simlish swatches, so I will make a blackboard with Simlish writing. So if you want it, you could use that one and just imagine that it's like reading whatever you want. Peut-être à part de ces sets, ça serait super si tu pouvais faire un auvent faisant partie d'une façade pour une boulangerie. Yes, so someone on YouTube is suggesting that I should do an awning. So yeah, I want to do the awning like on this picture. I send you a picture to check out later. Yes, please. Yes, awning. Definitely something modular. At least this one is like maybe 4 tile. 4 tile sounds good. It will be like closed or open, so like completely rolled out. Closed or open. Then I would probably do some 1 square, 1 tile wall painting. And then a sign. So the sign, the sign would probably be 5 tile, I don't know, like storefront. Sign. Just found some cool window that would match that front. Let's send it to me. So Maxis was sending me some pictures on Discord with like this how do you say, a cart with some display in it, which is super cute. Although I'm not sure with the gameplay, if we put some item outside, can they still be sold? Are they taking in consideration when people are buying stuff? Yes, okay, so that's something I could do. So a cart, a display cart. And I'm going to save this. then, hey Sim, how are you? Are you streaming every day now? No, just on Tuesday for creation and probably on Sunday for like playing and building. I'm still thinking about when will be my let's play. I do like the Sunday. I think Sunday is nice. So the sign, we probably want some. Oh, that's also nice. Like the curtain to make on the window when it's like open, like it's when it's closed. It's also nice. So curtain. Need to be 1 tile, 2 tiles, 3 tiles, and 4 tiles because we have, or maybe not 4 tiles, maybe just 1 and 2. And then if we have like 4 tiles, we can add 2. So 1 and 2. And then we probably need some, actually, I like that this is double door. So I said only 1 door, but maybe like 1 single door and 1 double door. That will be also closed and open. And we probably want some writing on the window, like for example in this image we have some writing, and in here too with the hour and stuff like that. So I could use some window decal. I also like this, the price, how would you call that? Like a board, a black standing board, maybe. Yay! Black standing board. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's fine for one set. Okay, I think that's enough. Maybe some lamp. Do you want to make an awning? Yes, I did. I said I did. Like probably an awning like this that can be like open, but also like this one is closed. But I could make like one that is open. I don't have any example here, but like yeah, like this one, and then the other one would be open. Right, Pee-wee? What do you think, Pee-wee? You just think cute? Yeah. It's just being cute. Not really helping, but... Are you cute? Yes. Yes. Right, so let's start. What could I do that is easy to make in 1 hour? We could do the cart, maybe. The cart is annoying because it usually uses a lot of poly count. So I could do a door. The door is not a good idea because the handle will take me too much time, I think. I don't want to go to bed too late. Hydrate, yeah, let's drink some water when thinking. You could do it without the wheels to save some polygon. it's not as cute without the wheel. Without the wheel, it's just like a display, but with the wheel, it's really add. And actually, I will probably not use that one. Maybe I can look for something a bit more. This is super pretty. But that's definitely too much. Windows. Yeah, I think we go for a window. That's something people ask me a lot anyway, so. Window is fine because we don't have that much detail. So let's go for a window. I'm going to do my basic window from which I'm going to make all the other. Bonsoir, Sib. Will you make edible food again this time too? Yes. Not on this set because the first one will be only the front store. But when I will do the inside of the bakery, I will probably make some edible food, like breads and pies and stuff that you can sell in a bakery. Sandwiches, fancy sandwiches, croque monsieur. Okay, so we are going to make this window. So I'm first going to close the game and let's go. Do you want to see? Don't talk about food. That's fine for me. I ate like 2 hours ago, so I'm still fine. But when I'm seeing those pictures, I can smell the French pastries smell, and it smells so good, like the butter, the warm butter. I know, right? I can smell the bakery items. Yeah, me too. Do you want to see cute Pee-wee before we start? Because she's being cute. It's like a tricky Christian. Wanna see Pee-wee or wanna see me create? Chocolate tart is my favorite. Yes. So I'm going to put this on my window. There we go. You could also do a bar table as a quick stream to put outside where the Sims could enjoy a cup of coffee. No, Maxis, what we said compartmenting and cutting different parts. So we are making the entrance. We are making the start front. If we start making furnitures, then that's the beginning of the end. Do you have a pet? That would be great if we could see. Yes, I do. Hello. I was just thinking of your health. Hi, Pee-wee. Can you say something on the camera? Or I just... She stopped being cute as soon as I approaches the camera. Like she was looking at me with like her cute eyes, and now she's just... She doesn't... Yeah, she's cute, but like now she's like not being cute. She was so cute, and now she just looked bored. She says that Pee-wee is telling you she's ready for bed, no socializing. When she's ready for bed, she goes scratching at the door of my bedroom. Hein, Pee-wee? Mignon. Oui, quoi? She talks. you want to say something? No, you can't eat it. You have to say something. She's just trying to eat it. Yeah, you better be careful. Right now, I'm not touching her, so that's fine. If I start petting her, then that's where she can suddenly transform and become poo-poo. Poo-poo is like the angry side of her. Right, so let's start. I'm going to start by, because we just update the game, we need to update Sims 4 Studio. Okay, so I'm going to create a window. So we have to be careful which window we are choosing, because some of the window. Hi Felipe. Hello, I'm just getting at the first slide is Pewis. Yeah. Hey Steve, how are you? Are you no, sorry, I already read that. So not all windows are the same, because some windows have a second load in case you want to make a different version for diagonal. For example, not custom window. Some windows, like I think this one, for example. Let me show you. So that will be part 1. Entrance. It's never been so long. I hope the DLC didn't break. Sims 4 Studio, not the DLC, the update didn't break Sims 4 Studio. No, there we go. So as you can see here, we have 1. So as usual, you have like 1 with high and medium. And actually the medium is like different from the 1. It's like 1 mesh instead of being 3. And the second one is larger because it's supposed to be for diagonal. So that's that kind of window is like super modular, because if you are building like a store with like a corner with a diagonal, then it will adjust to the diagonal and not, you know, having some blink. Good evening. I'm happy to be able to watch one of your stream finally. Thank you, Lisa Gates. Welcome. So that's obviously better when you do that, but it's also double work. And as I said before, if I want to add some cheap paint, then that wouldn't work really good with that kind of texture. So I'm not sure I want to do that. Although when you're building and you make a corner, then it makes the building much easier, because then you don't have to have some blank parts. So I don't know. I'm thinking maybe I wouldn't do some wooden texture that much. I'm thinking I could ask Pee-wee, but apparently she doesn't care. But she's very cute. Why it's blurry? Oh. There she's being cute. Sorry, I'm very yeah, I'm easily manipulated by her. Okay, let's go for this one for now, and then we can still change our mind later. So here we are going to export the first one first, so the high one. So this one will be the 2 tile, because it's easier if I do 2 tile and then like make it bigger after that. Hi Justine, welcome in. So that will be 2 tile window. And before that, starting here, it's important to write what each mesh cut is. So basically, when you do a window, there are 3 parts. There is one part that will be the front, one part that will be the bottom, and one part that will be the middle. And the reason why a window is like that, it's because how the game is with the like the wall up and wall down. And basically, depending on where your camera is, it will not show everything. So if you have, for example, like a wall down, sometimes it will show only the inside of the window. Sometimes when you are inside, it will hide whatever is outside. So it's very important that you follow the way it's cut, like the outside, inside, and bottom. So this from outside the frame is usually the drop shadow. So same as for my item, I usually don't like them, so I'm just going to make like a very, very small square and hide it. So we can already see that the 1 and the 0 are drop shadow. So I'm just going to delete both of them, and I'm going to create a plane that I will make super small. And I will hide in my frame. And here I'm going to extrude, because not extrude, I'm going to unwrap, sorry. And that will be the 0 and the first one. So usually I'm writing down. So is anyone live not working? Well, we are working, like for me, for example, I'm working. But also, you know, there's different time zones. So right now in France, it's like 11 a.m. So I really hope that no one's working at, no, not a.m., 11 p.m. So I'm really hoping no one is working at 11 p.m. So I'm writing 0 and 1 is drop shadow. Then what is 2? So usually I just hide it and check what is disappearing. So 2 is the inside. Then we have 3. 3 is the front. And 4 is the front glass. And 5 is the back glass. And obviously the 6 is the back frame. So now that I have all this, I can hide both glass, which are 4 and 5, and 2, 3 and 6 I can join, because it will be easier to create the window. And after after we are done with the meshing and wrapping, we are going to cut it in 3 different parts. I am my own boss, so depends on who is asking, I'm working. Yeah, it's so cool to be its own boss. Right, so I'm joining them, and for now I'm going to keep it just to have the proportion. For example, the wall in the seams is like not that thick, but still. So if you make your window too thin, then it will go inside the wall and there will be some hole in it, so that won't be pretty. So you need the frame to go outside. Usually the one from the seams are always too much, because they like to make them style chunky, like everything that is maxi match. So if you like your window to be very thin framing, like almost, you probably will need to adjust it. And for example, to make it smaller, I have a window that is very, very short to it, so usually I use that one if I wanted to have it almost at the same side as the wall. But basically you can just move it, save, and try in-game, and then adjust until you have what you want. That won't be the case for our window, because our window has a lot of detail. I closed my reference again. Sorry, so here. So basically we want this poking out. We probably want like this part on the bottom, and then we want some square and some square in here. About the size, it's probably that usually the size of the window is the size of the cutout. So this window is made for tall, so you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 height. It means it's like for tall wall, so it's probably not the best size for us, but that's fine. We can still edit it, and then I can show you how to edit an already existing cutout. But we are going to keep the height, I think. Wow, that's so funny. I know this bakery in Bordeaux. The acai is so pretty. Is it in Bordeaux? Because I live in Bordeaux, but I don't live in Bordeaux. I live in the countryside around Bordeaux, and I barely go to Bordeaux, to be honest. Do you know where it is in Bordeaux? Yes, next to Judaic Street, in front of the pool. Oh. Maybe, you know, for the sake of the stream, maybe I could go one day and, you know, try it. And then I could bring some pastries and just eat them in front of you and let you know. That would be so cruel. Anyway. So, let's start. So right now, I once saw a video with a Sims developer, Sims Guru Romeo, and he said the game has different wall thickness. Like the roof is thinner than the general walls. That is why the columns, for example, not match up. I can show you the video one day. I was like, why would you guys do that? Yeah, it's so annoying. I also don't like the roofs. I don't like how they feel like paper. I went there sometimes and they're really good. Any French bakery is good. I'm not picky. So I'm going to adjust this to be the size that I want, and I'm going to make this window fits the short wall. So basically, if you want the whole thing, like if you want the windows with everything all around, you probably will need a medium wall, and that's it. I won't make it too modular because that would be too much work and not really worth it. So that's 2 tile. Are you making a facade? Yes. It's like a window facade for a bakery. Right, so this is the basic outside. We can see that it's exactly 2 tile. So we are going to do just that. But I won't keep that one. I will create my own. Explain why the roof wall can just overlap into the interior wall sometimes. I can't explain that. I'm not a developer. I'm sorry. I can't control the game. I'm also not a builder. I don't have any experience with that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to resize it on Y. And you can also see, this is also very interesting, that the windows are not symmetric on the Y-axis of the wall, and there's always one face that is like shorter than the other one. Don't ask me why. Right. So here, I won't going to need this anymore. Here we have to make this, and make the window. If we want stuff to be tileable, we are going to maybe keep some proportions. So I'm proposing that this part will be 1/3 of the whole window. So basically, I'm going to create with Ctrl+R ring, like this, and now that I'm thinking 1/3 might be too tall, so 1/4. So I'm cutting my window in 4 parts. No, I'm not saying that the thin roofing explains why the roofing walls overlap into the interior, but I don't know why. It's just how the game is. The game is crappy, and I have no I have no explanation about how the build mode is so. Yeah, I'm really hoping that The Sims 5 will be better. Like, I'm really hoping that all the building games that are in developing right now are kind of like pressuring them to make them better. Can you put on the plugin that shows the keys you're pressing? Yes, thank you for reminding me. Because it's turned off every time I turn up Blender. So there you go. Right, so basically this will be the part with the window, and this will be the part with like the I'm going to call it framing. I don't know how I'm supposed to call it, but for me it will be framing. And when I'm talking about the framing, it will be about those wooden detail in here. We also have to let some margin in here, because if we want the window to have that effect, we want this to be where we need some margin. Sims doesn't like symmetry. They also don't like asymmetry. For example, for the fence, all the fences are symmetric. And when I try to do an asymmetric one, then it doesn't work, because depending on where the fence is oriented, the game will choose for you which way to go. So I had to make like 2 versions of the same fence if I wanted like the roof tile of the fence to be on the right orientation. I'm not sure I have faith in The Sims 5. I'd rather they stop making packs and work on fixing the game. Well, you know, it's not really an argument when people say that, because usually the people fixing the game and making the codes are not the same than the one making the objects. So the fact that they're making objects doesn't keep them from updating, because usually it's not the same team. Hello, Erwan. What they need to do is like stop releasing stuff that are not working. This is really, really bad, I think, and this is kind of thieving, because we basically buy something that doesn't work, and they don't even apologize or like say anything about it. They just release some polls saying like, why don't you buy the pack? Maybe because it's bugged out here. Anyway, that's not a subject for today. Right, then we need some top in here. So that will be the top of our item. Yeah, true. Just feel like the one making stuff work more than the group that fixes things. It's definitely not the same job. It's like comparing me and Ravishing. Like, I do objects, and objects are always the same. Like, if my job was only to make stuff, it's like it can't be broken, because you know I just make stuff. I'm just making Blender, and Ravashin, she makes modes and she codes everything, and she has to beta test everything, and that's completely different. I think the fault is to the investor that are pressuring the team to release stuff that are not finished, because they have some investment in marketing, advertising, so they have deadlines because they bought some like ad space, and that's not something that you can get a discount on. So usually when you have like a release date, there is a huge marketing stuff all around it that it's already paid in advance for like any media. So they can't postpone the release. It costs them too much to postpone the release, and that usually the reason a game is like unfinished. So the reason is investors, and probably making a release date with unrealistic deadline. So I wouldn't be too quick to, you know, throw the stone to the developers. I'm pretty sure the developers do the best they can. I would hit the managers. The Sims team is constantly on a rush to launch stuff because the investors don't care. They just think about the money. Yeah, and the influencers, they don't care if the thing is like doesn't work, as long as they sell it, and you know they do sell it. So and by the way, I don't advise you to buy Wedding Stories as long as it's not fixed. Right. So selecting dudes. I'm going to extrude to make this little, I don't know how to call it. I'm out of vocabulary, so I'm just going to start using stuff. So we are going to extrude this stuff using the region vertex normal, like this. Then, first, we probably need to, I don't know, maybe start by selecting this and this. And actually, although they don't like symmetry, I will still do some symmetry. So what I will do is I'm going to cut it in here, I'm going to mesh the front, and when I'm done, I'm going to duplicate it on the other side. You are right, the one setting release dates and doing PR marketing are not the one actually programming, designing, so when that team runs into issues, the timeline don't match up and half-back backs are released. That's exactly the problem. That's exactly it. So here we are going to use the inset faces. So the difference between extrude, let me show you the wireframe so you can see. If I use, I need to change my pivot point. If I use the extrude, I still don't want to do it. Why not? Okay, so I extrude it and then I use the scale, and you can see that it's not proportional from each side. This is why I will use the inset faces that will create exactly sorry, Peewie's being weird. She's like trying to catch her own shadow. That's, I think that's the how do you say in English, the when she's going crazy, the zoomy. It's probably the zoomy time. Yeah, that's the zoomy time. So if you use the insets, the distance between each side will be the same. So whenever you try to do something symmetrical, inset is better than extrude. So here, and then we want to do the same thing up, but this time we are going to remove those. So select edge loop and inset faces, and here we want something approximatively the same. It's fine if it's not exactly the same, because you can see that the window is actually not exactly the same as that one. Right, so here we have different way of doing it. We can either inset, and then move volumely. That's a word that doesn't exist, I just made it, but you're just moving on Y to create the shape that you want. Or you can like doing little by little. Usually I like create all my rings and then move them, because you can see much better the proportion while doing it. I don't blame the devs at all, just wish the investor would pay attention instead of putting the devs under fire with unrealistic deadline. They're probably overworked with all the pack and bug fix. Yes, definitely, but you know, investor, like asking for a stuff investor to pay attention would be asking Jeff Bezos to pay attention to his employee, and that's something in our that will not happen. The shade of blue in the picture is beautiful. I agree. I love the navy blue. Actually, that's the kind of color that bring me into CC making. Like the story I always tell about how did I start making CCs, because I was doing a bakery and I needed a blue canvas, and that was the kind of blue I wanted. So here you can see that it goes again, and then we have something going front again. So I'm going to inset one more, and then one more, and this one will be the one extruded. We also want, as usual, to have an edge split modifier. We probably change later this if we want to have some smooth curves, but right now this is fine. So now we are starting to create our I think I forgot the space in here. So let me see if it's still time. Yeah. So I'm trying to fix this quickly. Yeah, because we are going to need that space with the frame. I like the painting walls as well. Yeah, definitely. So here we can say that those will probably go like this, and there probably be some other in here, and this one I'm going to extrude on the inside. And then we can start moving around stuff. So here, instead of using the scale, I'm going the G twice. So 1, 2, and basically that will make the vertex move on the edge it's on. So this is where I'm going to use some more angle. So when I'm smoothing, I can see better what I'm doing. Actually, the whole store front was what I liked so much when you showed me the pictures and the amazing memories I have from friends. Yeah. So I'm going to put some edge sharp to be sure that those one will stay sharp whatever we do. And my cat is crazy. How do you get the vertices to snap into straight line, be straight while meshing? How do we get the vertices to snap into a straight line, but straight? Sorry, I don't understand your question, King Busy. Me meant to go to the happiness of life and health when Sib's got triplets. Yeah, babies are annoying. Okay, for this one, and then for the other one, it's actually quite close to it. Yeah, it's supposed to be closer. I think mine is a bit far. All right, and maybe this one we need some more detail. Okay, that's okay with me. I probably need some more depth in here, so I'm going to add one more ring, and had to go run errands, but I was looking the whole time. I'm back. Welcome back. Did this got bigger? I'm not sure. Let's select this and this one to see if they are aligned. Yes, they are. Hi, Eliza. So here I'm going to select that one, and I want to be on the same depth that this one. So I'm going to use the snap tool with edges and GY, and I'm going to select that one and sharp. So here I'm still having some sharp edges, while I think I have enough edges, so that means I probably need to rise this more. When the lines are exactly straight, how do you get them to be straight when meshing, since the snap plugin only works for UV mapping? Snap plugin doesn't work only for UV mapping, it works also for the mesh, but it doesn't work that much, that really good with vertices. It works best with edges. I also think that it's not supposed to be that perfect, the round, so I think this one should probably be more lower. Like that, and I'm going to cut the angle at all. So now I'm going to select whatever item, whatever edge I want sharp, I will decide myself, so at least I'm in full control. So that means I'm going to select all those. But at least I'm choosing who has the right to be sharp and who don't. Nope. Dégage. What happened? Ah, damn it. I put an English keyboard because I'm playing a new video game which has like English keyboard shortcuts, and I can't change them. Usually there's always something where you can change the control, and on this game I can't, which is super annoying because we have the Z and W inverted. So when you have a game where you're supposed to use like the ZQSD, then if the keyboard is English, we can't use it. So now it switches all the time when I'm hitting like Alt and Control, which is also very annoying. So this is not something that you have to do, sharpening those edges, but I do like it because when we will add some texture, then we can add some light in here. So right now it kind of like force the corner, like let me show you without it, it will look like more smooth, but because in real life this would be like two pieces of wood close together, I think it makes more sense to actually sharp them and you know, mark this. Okay, so that works for me. Now we have two choices. We could choose to redo one from scratch and even decide to make it different, or we could take it and duplicate it and then just rejoin with this, so it would be exactly the same. Yes, no, I haven't added. Thank you, Mom. And you're right, I was thirsty. I also need this. My lips are really dry. You want some? Yeah. Right. So let's start again, because I feel like it's not exactly the same. Although I did not like make it exactly the same either, that the one from my example. But still. And also I feel like this should have a little bit of pivot. So when it does that you can see that it's not symmetrical on both edges. You can just go out, Control A, rotation and scale, and then do it again, and this time it will be perfect. Like this. And I think we also need some space in here. Like we forgot to put in here. I think we probably need some space in here. So I'm going to select my edge loop and Control B. This profile is something we should have done before. How can I do that? Let me go back before. No, that's crap. I often don't do it exactly like my inspiration image actually acts artists. Well, if it's like completely assume different choice, that's fine. But this is something I forgot, so it's not like it was a choice. It's just like oops. So I'm just going to erase this and just making it again, because sometimes it's easier to start from 0. Then I can add my ring loop, and then I can redo my extruding parts. So here, extrude. There. So now I only need to select what's supposed to be sharp. This and this, sharp. And select this one, and bevel. And here we are, saving the day. I feel like this. A bit too. All right, so okay, let's do the window now. So same as before, I'm going to create some insets to create my framing, but I don't want to go as far as this one, because as the example you can see that the window goes farther than this. So I think we should more aim like the second like wave, kind of. So I think the window should arrive something like here. And then we are going to create the small edges in here, and then delete faces. And here we will have our window. So this is supposed to be sharp as well. In here. And here we can create our shape. So what can I do as well? You can see that I have added some ring loop in here. I'm going to select the contour so I can sharp it, and then I'm going to select the edge loop inside, use the connected proportional editing with the sphere, and here I'm going to GY and change the size of my brush so it only changed the one that I want to change. Are you Virgo? No, I'm how do you say, Capricorn? There you go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay. I also added a new channel where you can ask me to save because I never save. There we go. And we are going also to stretch and check our posture. Right. I think I'm also thinking I have forgot one sharp in here. Yes, mom. Okay, that's fair. I earned that. All right. So basically we are done with the meshing. Now we are going to duplicate this on the other side. But we could also unwrap it that way, texture it that way, and then we can unmesh it so that we can save some space on our UV map. Because you can see that we have a very limited space for all this. The only thing is that if you do that, obviously, whatever you have on this will be on the other side. So if you put some writing, then the writing will be also on the other side. But in that case, that's fine with me. Hi, Lady Moose Natalie, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. We are making the window of a French bakery. That will be awesome with very nice food. So when I'm taking the time now, I'm just trying to see if I haven't forgot anything, and I think we are fine. So I'm going to hide the window for now. I have to make sure that this is like on 0 when I go in here, because this is supposed to reach the other side. So easy way to make it to 0 is to put the 3D cursor pivot point, having the 3D cursor in the pivot point, or use Shift C, and then use SY0. You are welcome. I love your CC. I just downloaded yesterday a lot of new stuff here. Windows Eye, amazing love from Germany. Thank you so much. We have a lot of German people tonight, I think. Was that on the Discord? Maybe people were talking about Germany, and how about you also had the desert rain? I think it's mostly people from south of Germany, like people from north of Germany doesn't have to got it that much, but like for all of us in the South Europe, we had this night, like the night before, a really heavy rain with like desert sand in it, and now everything is so dirty. Like my car is like as if I went like racing in the desert. It's like very muddy. Okay, so how to unwrap this? I'm basically going to take the front. Yeah, same here, my cam looks terrible. But one advice is don't wash it, because it's supposed to happen again this Sunday, between Sunday and Monday. So I almost got to the car wash when I went back from my gym today. And on the TV they're saying that there will be another big rain like that this weekend. So if you intend to clean your car, you should wait, because it will happen again. Yeah, let's do it next week. This time of the year is usually the worst for me for washing my car, because I live in the countryside in the forest, so I have a lot of huge trees in like on top of my car, and when it's spring, it has a lot of pollen. I think it's like everything from the tree and grass and the flowers flying in the air. So usually at the time of the year, my car is green. And there's nothing I can do. I am near the Netherlands. So yeah, Maxis Match Syboulette is also German. And I think we have a French too, because I don't know if she's still there. She was talking about the Bordeaux bakery, but I think she's gone. It's kind of late anyway in France. Yeah, I think she's gone. Although in Germany, do we have the same time zone? I think we do. Oh, you're playing Animal Crossing too. I used to play. I haven't launched the game in ages. Oh yes, we have. Yeah, I think like when I'm choosing like a time zone, it's usually like Paris, Berlin, and what's the third one? Maybe Copenhagen. I don't remember. There we go. Here and that one. Maxime. So here I'm going to remove the sharp, so we can see what we're doing, because the sharp will go on top of the Maxims, the seaming line. So sometimes you need to like hide the sharp if you want to see what you're doing. So basically what I did is I separated the sides. So you have like this side, this side, this side, and this side, and also the inside in here. And this one will be one part. So we can keep this but I'm changing my mind. I won't do this. Let me say you are one of my favorite CC creators. Thank you so much. That's very, very nice and very encouraging as well. So I was gonna say that I was like going to unwrap this on one time, but actually I think I'm going to cut as if it was every part would be cut, because then I can all align them on my UV map and they will all follow the texture I'm going to use. So that will going to be much better. At full moon, sometimes, not always, I don't sleep well than anyone else like that. Yes, me. I'm like that too. Sometimes I'm struggling sleeping, and then the day after I look at the moon and it was full moon, and it's like, oh, that's why. It doesn't happen all the time though, so it's not like every full moon I can't sleep. But if I can't sleep, usually it's because it's full moon. Okay, so I think it's better. Now, before unwrapping, change to English again. I'm going to apply all rotation and scale, so I have all my proportion of unwrapping right. Now I select everything and unwrap. And this means I forgot some. So to know where I forgot to put some thin line, I can just click on that button here, that is Keep UV and Edit Mesh in Sync. And then when I click here, I can see where is it. So usually it's like more obvious, but this is not. So what's happening? Oh, that's the one. So I guess I probably forgot to end here. Much better. It already looks so good. Thank you. It usually very nice when it's like that, because when the mesh look good, you just know that when you will be texturing, it will be even better. You are solo with the polygon. Where will you remove? Well, first, because this is not for TSR, I don't have to remove. Especially since the way it's done, there's basically two different way of doing it, and I hate it when they do that, because basically you have twice the work, because the high load is like 3 different instances and the medium load is like only 1, because it's like when you are very, very, very far, so they change the whole window into just a matte opaque square. So basically it's useless. So what I will do is I'm going to just delete the medium load, because this is not useful and that will not help your game. So that's it. Yeah, they meshed all in one, and it's kind of useless because you cannot see through anyway, and that means it's also when you're really, really far from the game. So, and the difference between like 70 and 70 is like, why? They don't even save any polygon. So if I was supposed to decimate, I could, the way I created the mesh with like only the sharp edges being sharp, I could remove 1/2, for example. It will still look good, and I could lower the polygons. See? It's just a little less detail and a little less, but it will still look good, especially after we do the texture. So this is also something that I can advise, is that sometimes you want to create your texture with more ring line. For example, if you have a bottle, you want to go above the polygon you aim at the end, because the shape will be more smooth. Then you go and make your texture, and then you go back and remove some edge rings, because you won't have like the line on your mesh. Okay, so I'm going to save. I'm going to export in OBJ. No, I need to clean my UV map first. Oops. And I did something wrong. Yeah. Very good. Yeah. So I don't really like this, so maybe I will try with the conformal, which is probably better because the shape are more straight. And then I want to make everything on the same direction. So everything that is horizontal, we go vertical. So you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you. Right, then selecting everything again and Control P. And this time I will uncheck rotate. So it will put everything in here and then add in a margin. There. All right, so now I can save and export. Okay. And usually I would do the texture and then go back. But here I want to see the results directly. So I'm going to create my package. Why I do that is that if I'm texturing and then I suddenly see that the UV map is wrong, I will have to redo what I'm going to do right now again. So here I'm going to duplicate this on the Y axis. So Shift-D to duplicate and then Control-M Y. It will just mirror it on Y. And when you mirror something, you will have to flip direction because the normal will be inverted. Now, the nice thing about that is for my the way I'm going to cut the mesh in 3, it's already cut in the middle. So I'm going to separate what's inside, which means this. So this will go P, selection. Then I will select everything from the top, and that will be another one, and everything from the back in here. So I will check how I wrote all mesh cuts. So the between was the 2. The front was the 3 and the back was the 6. I need to check if the window is fine, and it is. 4 et 5. All right, so this I can save, and here I can test already, and that's what we want. Although we do need some texturing. So now we are going to launch the texturing. I'm going to make the texture in 1K because texturing is always hard on my stream. I have to go eat dinner now, and my iPad is at 5%. Can't wait to watch the replay and see how this turned out. Bonsoir. Have a good meal and have a good night. So I'm going to clean my memory. Yes. And let's open the Substance Painter. Sorry to interrupt. I never figure out why they have to recalculate and flip. Does it have to do with the outside and inside of the mesh? I have no idea. I don't understand why they would like mirror like literally everything. I don't know why it's like not supposed to be by default. Because it could be the opposite, you know, you mirror and you keep the normal out, and if you want it switched, you could like switch them. So I don't know. I have no idea. That is not something I know. That it's probably a reason because it's been like that for a long time. Hi, Mr. Okan, and thanks you for the resubscribe for 3 months. Yay! The photo of your dog that you posted today is so cute. Like that kind of dog. I don't even think we can call that a dog. It's not a dog. It's Like a dog is not that cute and little, so it's something else. Hello, how are you, guys? I wasn't able to attend last 2 weeks. I'm sorry. That's fine, Mr. Oakham. I hope you were doing well and that you were like doing some amazing stuff and not being stuck somewhere not pleasant. Okay, so I'm going to select 1K because I don't want to crash my stream. First thing I need to do is change the lighting. No, bake the mesh maps first. I'm going to bake the 4K. Yeah, 3 months already. That's crazy. That's crazy. And for Windows, usually I like to use the studio like this to create my mesh. But for Windows, because I want it seamless, I don't want like to have one side lighter than the other one, especially since we have some detail on both sides. Like you can see that this side is like darker than this side. Even if I use the one I like to use for my item, this one is still lighter than this one. So I'm going to use that one, which is contrasted, which like a little less contrast, but at least everything is on the same color. And because this one is a bit dark, I'm going to raise the exposure. So usually I go 1.8. I just finished a house with full of UCC. Oh, you did? Yeah, please tag me too on Tumblr if you post it. Or maybe you're not on Tumblr, or maybe I don't have you on Tumblr. I still haven't got Twitter. Like sometimes I feel like I should be on Twitter because many Sims community on Twitter, but I'm afraid of being overwhelmed by like having so much social medias everywhere. But I feel like I should. Like I've been contacted by well, maybe I shouldn't talk about that. We see how it goes. Right, so here we have a bit of choices. We could go all patent wood, like the example we have that I closed again. Damn it. So this is plain painted wood, which is super easy because I can just apply a wood texture and then some paint on it, and I will just keep the normal map so we kind of keep. Okay, let's do that. I'm going to add some wood first, and I don't care about the color. What I do care is how it looks like on my normal map. So I want to see this because this is why I care. Obviously this is not on the right direction, so I want something like this. See? And I do not care about the colors because, but maybe one is too. Maybe 2 is too much, maybe 1.5. Because I'm going to cover it. So I'm going to add a fill layer, and I'm going to keep only the color because I want to keep, you can see like the subtle wood that we can see through it, and that's because of the normal map. Also, when we are going to export the texture, we are also going to export this mesh, so that will be enhanced by the game. The fact that we have like some texture in the normal map and as well on the material. So right now it does look a bit white, but I'm pretty sure if I'm using some other color, it will appear more. So it's very subtle, but it's still there. So this is how you do paint wood. Basically, it's super easy. So I'm probably going to go over like a few colors, but right now we are going to keep a navy blue like our example because it's probably the most prettier. Something like this, super pretty. I agree about social media. Too many is time consuming. Yeah, it's, I'm not even afraid about posting because I'm pretty sure I can find an app that will be repost whatever I will post somewhere else. But I'm afraid I will have to like answer to stuff, and also I have no idea how Twitter works. I think I need someone. I need like a community manager that can like throw punchline and stuff like that. That would be so cool. So here I'm going to add my, where's my light and shadow. Yes. I also feel that it doesn't really matter because we don't see it in here, but it does matter for me that the roughness is a bit high. So I'm going to lower it. I want something a bit more matte. So the light and shadows. So the shadows is not overwhelming. Maybe I will replace the dirt by the cavities. Smart mask. How does it go? That's probably too much. Oh, maybe I just well, I will remove the sharp first, and maybe I can make it a bit less. Yes, and then I also less like this, because it does add some much more realistic detail. Okay, and then I have this that it's supposed to like lighten the edges. So right now I'm in 1K, so it's not very defined. That will be definitely better when I'm just going to show you quickly with 2K, and then you will be able to imagine in like 1K to 4K. So you can see it's already better, and I won't go 4K. It's very tempting, but I don't want to crash. So I'm going to go back after my stream tomorrow to rebake this with like a better resolution. I believe I saw Rava posting from Insta a few times. She doesn't anymore though. If that works where it might not feel like extra work, you would have to ask her. Well, now that Instagram is like part of Facebook, we do have a tool that posts both on Insta and Facebook. But I don't know how that works with Twitter. But I'm pretty sure if I'm look for it, there should be an app where you could post and it would share like on all media, and maybe I can find like a software when you can manage all the comment from one place, because she did with Insta. I don't know how though. Maybe I would ask her. Anyway, right now the time of the social media handling is like taking too much work. Like for me, every time I release a set, it's like half a day to just like take the picture, write the text, post it everywhere, because I have to post it on my Patreon, and then on Tumblr, and then on my website, and then on Sims Catalog, and then on Instagram, and then on Facebook. Well, now Instagram and Facebook is just once. And communicating about a set being out is like super important, because you know, this is how I get the people to subscribe. But it takes so much time, and I wish I could just create more and spend less time like doing all this annoying stuff, but yeah, I know I need to do it. Yeah, it's a lot of work, and it's definitely not the fun part. She also show me how to put from a PC, which is really time saver. Yeah, this is also not a big deal since let me show you. Now Facebook and Instagram are linked. So I created a Facebook page with Syboulette. And now we have a full tool in here where we can handle everything from Instagram and YouTube. So you can see we have all the private message, we have all the comments from Instagram, we have all the comments from Facebook, and we have a calendar when you can post stuff like in advance if you want like to schedule. So it's like really amazing how they made this so much better than before. So now Instagram is not the same struggle as before. Like I really had a hard time as well to post something before. Like she also showed me how to do from a PC, but it didn't work with the carousel, I think, and it didn't work with the video, so it was still very limited. So now with this new tool, it's quite new. I think it was like out like 2 months ago. You only use you only need to have like a Facebook account, but you can create like a Facebook page. You don't have to be a user, because I have linked my Facebook page to my personal account, but this is a page, so it's like an entity. It's not like a person. Can I ask how long it takes for you to create a build set vs a buy set? Well, it always depends on what's in it and what's the difficulty of it as well, because some items are like really simple, but definitely the build set is much longer. Do you make your description different image sizes to accommodate all the resolution for the social media, or you only use one size for everything? I used to use the definition of TSR because before I was posting everything to TSR and then elsewhere. But now that I have some stuff that are exclusive to my patrons and some stuff, I usually, let me show you. I usually make my preview in the size of TSR, but then I rescale everything to square, because square is fitting most of the area. Like for Tumblr, it's good because Tumblr is like a column. Instagram is square. My website, I changed it, now it's square as well. So basically when I do my preview, I have those lines that I added, so I can always keep like I know what will be cut from my picture, and then I have a shortcut that will cut my picture, and I just save and then resave in Square. And I have everything like this, like this is my layout when I do my preview, and this is the one where I have like crap, I closed Photoshop. Like this, so you can see that I keep all my item inside my square. So then when I resize it, then it's square. So that's better. But this size is the size from TSR. So if, for example, I repost, because we are now allowed to reshare the Patreon exclusive in TSR, then I can just reuse this. Time to hydrate. And then I don't have water anymore, so we need to finish. Okay, so that's it for now. I'm going to save this. I'm going to export this. Themes, furniture, and here, okay. I'm going to export the normal. I don't need the roughness, just normal is enough. And the 2D view. Okay. one thing I want to show you, but we won't do it on stream because the resolution is so bad with this that it's kind of not worth it. But you can download some smart material that have some very pretty, no, it's not smart, it's wood. For example, I don't remember which one I used. Usually it's probably that one, maybe. Oops. So those one are really nice, but you do need to tweak them to fit whatever you're trying to do. For example, this one doesn't have the chipped on the right orientation, so we will need to change that. And I also don't like the wood behind, so I'm probably going to delete this and use, no, not this, sorry, just that one, the wood beach. So then it will use mine that I have below. So then I can basic parameter. I can change that one to fit my wood. So this one you just need to kind of put your hand in the dirt and change it yourself. But basically you have to find whatever is changing things. I have to go to sleep. I was really nice in creating. Can't wait to see the final result. Thank you and have a good night. So basically this is just the spot. You can always like hide it to see what it does. Then we have this, that's probably how deep it goes for the wood. So this is not where I'm supposed to change it. And then you have the fill here and the level here. So this is not also where I want. And here you have the directional level, directional noise and level. So this is definitely the one that we want to change. So right now it's like on 1 and 0. I'm pretty sure if I change that, it changes how I want. So smart material like that are really good, but you still need to learn how the layer works if you want to custom them exactly how you want. Like right now, I also think that the paint is a bit too chipped, and also I want to change the paint color to maybe, what do we have more come color? Maybe a black one, or maybe, where is my file? So we have brown, light brown. So I don't know. This is good as well. Maybe I will do like a natural wood as well. I like also the light gray. Well, let's try with maybe white. What looks good. So maybe the wood is a bit too much chipping, so this is where the level would be, because the more okay, maybe not the level. No, sorry, I'm not on the right one. Sorry. It's supposed to be here on the level or the direction noise. So here, if you change this, it's like how far it will go. So if you want to reduce, you just need to adjust the level of it, for example. So this is also a very nice swatch, so I'm going to keep it. So we have 2 examples. Now I'm going to save and close because I want to look into the game. So here we need to open Photoshop to resize the texture that we just exported. And we will also need to replace the glass, because by default, the Sims use a glass that has some dirt, sorry, I was looking for the word. And you could bake your own glass, but usually I use like a blank one, but we could bake our own. It's probably best because it will look better. I kind of want to now, but not tonight. So Photoshop, I'm going to open, it's not on the right folder, my 2 texture and my normal map. on Photoshop. So the normal map, the two textures, I'm going to resize them, and the normal map, I'm going to use my shortcut. But if you want to know how to convert a normal map from Substance Painter or Blender baking, like this purple one, into one from The Sims, you can watch my video on YouTube that explain all the process. And then export in DDS. So here I'm going to replace this. There, and I also want the second one, which is the cheaper wood one. And I will have to change this later, but that's fine. That's a diagonal. I'm going to remove the medium, but I do need to do the shadow load one. So for the shadow load, you can see that you have three different parts. So basically, you remove all the planes, which means the two drop shadows and the two glass, and it will remain only the three parts. And here, whatever the order, you have 0, 1, and 2, and that will be saved as the shadow load. Okay, save. Then because I lower the size, I probably need to move the curtains. So here I'm just going to select all the curtains and then transform offset Z, and I lower them by 2 tiles. So here. And then I need to replace, so here we have a problem. That's something I saw before. The problem is that we have only one normal map, and when it's blank, you can mostly guess that the normal map is used for both the frame and the glass. And by the way, I'm going to replace the texture of the glass with my I have like a standard glass window that is lighter than the one in game, because I don't like the fact that in game the glass are so opaque and blue. So mine is like more neutral and more transparent. So back to my normal map. If I replace here my normal map, it will also show on my window, which is not pretty, because we will have a window with like wooden texture, which is not cool. So here we have two solutions. We can either be like EA and be lazy and let the blank normal, or we can create another normal and go to the model load and change the size. And because I'm a perfectionist, that is what I'm going to do. And then also because then you can see how we can do that. So first I'm going to the model and I'm going to remove all the medium load, because I don't like the fact that they change the way they're done. And you can see that because we have one from the normal tile and one from the diagonal tile, that we have two model loads. So we have to do it for both. Remove. Then here is the normal map. We are going to create a new one. So we have one normal map for the frame and one normal map for the glass. So I'm going to go in the tool and open the hash generator, and we're going to create a new instance number for our new normal map. So here I'm going to type Syboulette 2 dots Boulangerie, which is the name of my set. 2 tile window glass normal. The longer the name, the best, because then you're pretty sure no one will have the same name than you. And then I'm going to copy the instance number of the last which is the FNV 64. Then I'm clicking on the normal map and I'm going to duplicate and in the instance number I'm going to paste. So I'm deciding that this one will be for the frame. So here I can import my normal map. And the one we have in the copy is for the glass, which is completely blank normal map. Now I'm going to go on my first LOD, which is the checkered one. I'm going to go in data and edit items. Here I have all the mesh that I want to edit. The reason I also choose like to let the first for the frame and the second one for the glasses is because then I will have to edit only 2 instead of editing 3 of them. So here I'm going to click on the glass and looking for the 4th edit item. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and usually resource entries edit item, but I prefer saying the 4th one because there is another resource entries later, so people can confirm them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, click. Here you have all the swatches. So usually it's something you better do before creating the other swatches. So I'm not going to change the second one. I'm going to delete it, and then I'm going back later. I'm going to go back later to create one. So it's something it's better to do before making all the swatches, so then you can go back and create all the swatches, and then you don't have to edit them manually, all of them. So instant glass, 1, 2, 3, 4. And here I'm clicking on my first swatch and edit item. And on the normal map, I'm going to replace by the one I created, save. Same for the second one. Here, normal map and change. You will also need to do it for the second one, which is the diagonal one. So here we have the shadow load of our model, and this is the medium load that we deleted. So this we can delete. And same here, this is the diagonal, this is the shadow load, and this is the medium that we deleted, so this one we can delete. This was the diagonal, we haven't replaced yet, but we will then, sorry. So click on data, edit item, glass, 1, 2, 3, 4, set 1, edit item, normal map, and here I replace with my new normal map. And same for glass. Okay, so now it should act as we want accordingly. Here I'm going to use my favorite blue specular, which is the best. And this I won't need either because that's the one from the medium load. That's the one as well that is used like when you like super far away. So that's kind of useless. There's one last thing we need to change. It's the model cutout. So by default, the window we used was for tall wall. So we have 2 things to change. We have to change the cutout, but we also need to change the cutout info table. And in this one is the information that will tell the game which kind of windows is it. So here you have minimum wall height. 5 is for tall, 4 is for medium, but ours is 3 as short. You have a second one in here, and that's because it's for the diagonal. Here you can change the width if you have changed also the width of your window. So if your window is not 3 tile, you can always put 3 and 4. If it's 1 tile, I usually recommend to let 2 because it will always be better, especially when you like moving with alt. If you have 1 tile, sometimes the cutout is like buggy and you have only half of it. So I recommend minimum 2 at all time. You can just test it anyway. If you see like it's weird, you can just go back and change it. So then we need to change the cutout. So fortunately, we didn't change the width, so we only changed the height. So here we have like a succession of coordinates points. The fourth one are like the selection of the footprint, meaning that when you will be putting two windows together, the more close the footprint you have to your window, the more close you will be able to put another one to it. And the more far you will have of it, the more, but this doesn't apply with BB move objects, obviously. And if you want to understand exactly how the coordinate works, I really recommend going on my website because I have a written tutorial about this. So you just go here and you have a tutorial on top, and then you have all my video, and at the bottom you have like how to make CC Cutout compatible with last update. So that was obviously after the Star Wars. So it's definitely not the last update. I should change the title. And here you have everything explained, especially how the cutout works. And that means in which order they're supposed to be put, especially if you intend to do your own custom cutout. But if you just doing a square cutout, then it's more easier because you just need to replace the right number. So basically the coordinate you have is like x, z, y. Y is always 0. Whatever the number you put on the third one, it doesn't matter. The other two numbers usually, let me open back my window. Let's imagine that the window is like our cutout. If I select Shift S, cursor to selected, and then go in the 3D cursor location, this is the coordinate of my cutout. So if, for example, I change X to something like narrower or wider, and then hit Control Shift S, sorry, cursor to selected, then you will have the new location. And if it's like only Y and that your window is symmetrical, you just need to change all the, no, I say Y, sorry, it's X. You just need to change all the X. So this will be like 0.4, minus 0.4, 0.4, 0.4, minus 0.4. So whatever there is minus, keep the minus, and whenever it's positive, stay positive. In our case, we just changed the height, and we basically lower the height from 2 because it was at 5 and I want it short, so I just lower the height from 2. So I don't even need to calculate. I can just remove every 4 and replace by 2. So this is the Z. So this is 2. And now this is 2. And everywhere there will be a 4, I will just replace by 2. So square windows are much more easier than any other shape window or round window, because you can just keep them and edit them exactly how they are, keeping the minus, keeping the top. Every time you will have a 0 something, it's obviously the bottom. Every time you will have a 2, 3, 4 something, it's obviously the top. So that's much easier to edit. If you have to do a custom shape, then you will have to remove all of this and do it completely from scratch. That's not completely impossible. Once again, in my tutorial, I explain all the steps to do that with like a screenshot and everything. So, but it just takes a lot more time. Same for the diagonal. You have to be careful as well, because the diagonal, obviously, because it's larger, it will have different coordinates here. But in my case, I just need to edit the Z one in here and in here and in here. Oops. in here and in here. Save. There we go. So now we can, no, I forgot to add my new swatches because I deleted. I want the white one as well. And I also didn't change the name, so that will be set lingerie, window, 2 tiles. I'm going to copy my text here. And put it a bit more expensive. All right, so now we can test it in game. I'm going to copy it, put it in my mod folder, and launch the game. If it works, I can go to sleep. Yay! And you can throw some confettis. Slow. Usually it's like so much more faster, but I really think that Substance Painter is like sucking out all the memories. I am almost out of water. I am too. I am out of water. I don't have any water left. I'm going to close everything that is not necessary. Did you launch after the patch? Yeah, you know, at the beginning of the stream, I launched the game like to show you all the new set I made. So it should be, yes. That tutorial you just shown is another level. You're great. Thank you, and thank you for the bits. Yeah, most people are afraid of window. They are a bit more complicated, but it's not rocket science. It's very, very accessible. You just need to be a little bit more, have a bit more method, I think. I will be like, well, I was like that when in September they released the Star Wars update, and they broke the windows, and then all we creators were like, but okay, but how does it work now? And we have this list of coordinates, and we were trying to figure it out, and at that time I had no friends, so I could not like share with everyone. And there's a few people that shared some insights they found on Things for Studio, and from that I pulled my hair a lot, so you know, you can see that's not true. yeah, at that time it was very, very, very weird, especially since the square one was easy to find because you could follow the one that existed, but the base game, the round one, like the round one from base game, the coordinate is like 1 B C D E. There's no logic at all. So I'm what's the word? I'm guessing they have like a software that create them. They don't do it manually because it makes no sense. It's impossible that human make that. But we do have to do it manually because we don't have their software for creating. So it's not the right save. So we had to find out what was the right order and what was exactly the coordinate and what was the first one, because you know it could be just a coordinate, but they had to make like the first one in it. They could put the footprint everywhere else, but they put it in here and just didn't make sense at all. But now it does, and thanks to Sims 4 Studio, they also made a batch fix. So there's still some creator that use the batch fix, like they create the image like we did before, and then they use the batch fix. But I'm not satisfied with the result, so I don't do it. Because, for example, for round one, something they did by changing the cutout is that even if your cutout was perfect, in game it would not be perfect. So a lot of people stopped creating windows because for square it's fine, but if you take like any round one, even the one from base game, you can see that, well, actually that one is fine. Did they fix it? Mine are not fixed. You can see this, like the little edges. So I don't know why this doesn't have some. Maybe I should still cut out. And the worst was because for them it's a bit cheating in a sense that they have very large frame. But at that time I made like these, and these are like very thin, so you have to add a lot of coordinates for this to be round, and mine was not perfect because of this. And I think there's one from Miskin, that's probably that one. I fixed it. That was not perfect as well, but they fixed it, so I guess there's something wrong with mine now. This one was not perfect when it came out. So I have this basically on all the round edges. And I have no idea how to make it better. Oops. That's crazy. That's very, very annoying. So, what about ours? So this is our window. So we can see that it works really well. I might want to make the glass darker because this is a bit too light maybe. And we have the blue as well. So you can see the specular I'm using, the blue one, it's like very matte, but with bright light we still have a little bit of shine, and this is my favorite on furniture. I think it's like for 80% of my furniture it works so much. And you can see that because we used a normal map for the wood, this is why the lighting is so well on the wood, and we don't have any normal map on the glass because of the little thing that we did about attributing for each their own normal map. So now we have the window. So from this I'm going to create a 1 tile and a 3 tile, and then we'll be able to make a shop from it. So that's it. That's it for today. I hope you learn new things. I hope that my explanation of windows, I already made windows on stream, but this time I went a bit more deep in the explanation of coordinates. Yeah, I also wanted to show you about the diagonal. Let me show you this. So some windows won't change. This one does, for example. This one, you can see that it is 2 tile and 1 on diagonal. It will adapt to 2 tile on diagonal, which is a bit larger. But for example, this one, if it's on diagonal, it's the same. It's not larger, sorry. When I did my Aurora set, when the Star Wars set happened, I made 2 sizes. So when you put them on normal and when you put them on diagonal, they would adapt. So that's usually very useful if you like using diagonal, which I do. So if, for example, I wanted to use some diagonal in here, right now I didn't replace it, so it will just change it to the size to the mesh I cloned the window for. But if I was making it wider, then I would be able to use it here, because this is not 1 tile. You can see, like, if I take like a regular window that is 1 tile, for example that one, you can see that on this one it's like exactly 1 tile, but in here you have a lot of space, and it's not really 3 tile either. Do I have one? Maybe that one? No. Ooh. I did a good job for all of them. Very dedicated. No, this one is not, for example. This one is wider than 1, it's like 1.5, but then in that one is like just 1. Anyway, that's the end of this live stream. I hope you really liked it and that you learned some new thing. And thank you for the follow, Melili Mao Games. Thank you again, Mr. Organ, for all your cheers and bits and subscriptions. That really help, and also your support. It's very warming. Mel. Thank you, Mel, and welcome. And well, it's the end, but still welcome. Maybe you'll be able to make it next week. You're very welcome. So I'm hoping I will be my first Let's Play this week. I'm still not sure about the date. I might put a poll on my Patreon to choose a date, because I might do it also like not on night, because I don't want to get used to go to bed that late, because it kind of like what's the word, like destroy all my schedule sleep. So maybe I could do in the morning for me. It would be like in the evening for the US. Yeah, let's play and let's build as well. I did a let's build on Sunday, like kind of improvise last minute let's build, and we built a wedding venue. So I think I want to start a let's play. So this weekend for sure. I just need to find the right time. So I will put a poll on my Patreon to find which time window is best, and I will put it on public so anyone can vote, not only my patrons. Thank you everyone, and have a good night or have a good day depending on where you are. Don't forget that if you need any help with your CC, you can always join my Discord, when there's always be people that we try to help, at least if you're available. And see you this weekend for the next session, and or see you next Tuesday for the next tutorial about what we're going to do. It's probably be an item for the bakery again. I'm not sure I will be able to finish it this week, so probably this. Even if I do finish, we never know, but I doubt it, but we never know. It will still be for the bakery, because this set will be in 3 parts. I will try to split it so it's not too overwhelming for me. Good night, good day, see you.